Just going to do a short live stream here. I was just talking to a couple of subscribers, and they had some interesting questions on whether they could afford to live here. I did one, but I think this one will be a little bit more on what exactly you're going to need when you come here, or at least what I need. Let's see. Whoever jumped on, can you give me an okay? Is the video okay? Is the sound okay? Is there anybody here? Anybody give me a quick sound? Sound okay? The video's okay? Just gonna try to do a quick little cost of living. Some people were interested in what it would cost and concerned on whether they did or didn't have enough money, and I can give you a little bit input on. Hey, how you doing, Jeff? Mainly for you, Jeff. Cool. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get that many people anyway. It was mainly for you, Jeff. But what I got now, what I wrote you there was what I bring in is about 90 between 90 and 100,000. It depends on what I decide to bring in that month or whatever the case may be. But you being on a 75 to 80, I think you're, like I said, unless you're going to spend a lot of money on women and a lot of money on drinking, drinking what you said, a little light drinking and stuff. I think you're, if anybody's doing that, it's fine. You just can't go out and spend, $200 a night every night of the week going out. But what I spend is, I spend $8,000 for the rent on this house in Surin. So that's kind of a gray area. It depends on where you want to live. I think 8,000 baht right now, especially, you can find a place pretty much anywhere that you want to live. If you're a single man or woman, a nice one-bedroom condo, air conditioning. I think between 8 and 10,000 is a good starting point. Can you go up and down from there? Sure, you can get a place for 3,500 baht. Maybe even get an air conditioner for 4,000 baht a month. A little one-room bachelor apartment type deal. It depends on what you want to live. I'll tell you. Let me put it this way. Here's a cost of living as a single man when I was in Phuket in Kamala, right before I moved. Actually, I had already paid oh, wow, Teacher Thomas just came on, said he found Dan. He's live. I'm gonna whoever wants to jump over and take a look at that. I'd be interested to know what's going on. But anyway, Jeff, I had rented a place for 18,000 a month, and it was. I hope it's good news about finding him. Anyway, 18,000 a month for a condo up on the hill with an ocean view, a little ocean view. I was pretty well back in the mountain above Kamala. So you had 18,000 plus. I spent maybe 20,000 eating out every day. 20,000 baht. My electric bill was about 1,500 a month. And let me write this down so we get a total. So I would say that if you wanted a real nice place and you wanted to live close to the ocean, water, I'm thinking around 18,000 is what I spent, but I think you can get a place cheaper than that. But we'll use 18,000. I used about 20,000 baht a month for food, and for me at that point, I was smoking 2 or 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and so that was in there. You'll have to figure in a little bit more, but you'll see what I mean. Then if you had even 2,000 a month for electricity, 500 for water, and I was paying, I want to say somewhere between 700 and 1,000 for my phone and my internet. So let's say 1,000. So just on a breakdown, that's 55,000. So you can see where I'm getting here. 55,000. So that still leaves you 65, 75, leaves you like 25,000 baht for gas in your motorcycle. Because I would suggest, like I told before, if you're going to come to a smaller place, I would definitely get a scooter. And transportation, if you're going to live in Bangkok, there's cheap transportation there as far as the BTS and that type of stuff. I really wouldn't drive my scooter in Bangkok. But let's see who's on here. Let me get my eyes down. Hello, Mr. Mitch. Jeff was just kind of curious on what it was going to cost and if he could live on a certain amount of money here in Thailand. And like I said to Jeff, and when I wrote you back, mine, I never brought over 800,000. Didn't see any reason to. Would I do it or will I do it? I might. But right now, I went and got all my visas, got onto a retirement visa, did everything that they wanted me to do to get that. And then from that point on, I just renewed it a month ago, beginning of February. And I had to show a 1-year bank statement showing over 67,000 baht brought in each month. And that was perfectly fine. They gave me my 1-year deal. It was, how much was it? 3,500 baht? I can't remember now. But anyway, it was reasonable to get it. So you can go from at least those numbers. I would say that if you want to kick back, you said maybe you wanted to be in some areas that have good air quality and stuff like that. Out here in Surin, it's really nice. It's just I don't know what kind of a lifestyle you live. I was looking, well, I wasn't really looking at the time, but I found a nice Thai lady, and that was what I wanted to end up with. It turned out to be much more than I had even thought was possible. But she's wonderful, and if you find something like that, I give her a certain amount. I pay the rent. I give her like 12,000 baht a month. She buys all the food for the house, the cleaning stuff, all that kind of stuff. I pay the electric, and I pay the water, and I pay TOT, which gives me my pretty much unlimited phone, Thai phone, and some of the best internet and cable that they have here in Thailand. Let's see. Okay, so what did teachers say about Dan? He's alive. He found him. He's got him. Is he hurt? Does anybody know? Mitch, do you know? Kind of curious about that. I was concerned about that. But anyway, let me know on that. But yeah, so I don't see any reason in the world why you wouldn't be able to do that, Jeff. And my advice to anybody that, like I had said in previous stuff, the hardest part that I can see as far as coming to Thailand is attachment to grandchildren, jonesing and having to see them, face to face every day of your life. It's not gonna work. If you got enough money to where you can put it seems like the airfares are going to come back to where they were before all this crap. I was paying between $400 and $600 for a round trip. Of course, it was Air China. I wouldn't fly into China anymore, but that's just personal opinion. So I think it's going to cost around the same, 700. I checked on a couple of flights. If you can afford to do that and do it every 4 months, it was perfect for me. I could FaceTime with my kids, my grandkids, my mother, whoever I wanted to, my friends, and then every 4 months I would go back for like 3 weeks. Maybe I would make that 2 weeks now, because unless she's going to come with me, she being my wife. But let me see what you guys are talking about here. Oh, cool. Good to hear. I should probably put it up on my little phone here. I'd be able to watch it. No kids and no grandkids. Well, I would already be here, I guess is what I'm saying, Jeff. But that's just me. I don't know if you're ready to go right now, if you're retired right now. When my wife passed away, we were going to come and check it out, see what it was like. And I had to do a lot of talking just to get her, because she considers any place, or she did consider any place other than the United States as a third world country. They pee in the streets. She didn't know. And I told her that she's way off base. Thailand is a very good and great place. So then we found out she had the leukemia, and then she died. And I just sat around and I said, I'm going to go check it out. And I came for 14 days. I went to a very nice hotel right outside of Kamala, in actually Surin Beach, and rented a PCX for 2 weeks. And they brought it right to the hotel. I got there, and a couple of the YouTubers and vloggers down there, and in that area, I'd looked and I'm going, yeah, I could deal with this. It's by the water. It seems like it's a low key, very slower compared to Pattaya, Patong, all the big touristy areas. I wasn't looking for that. And after I did my 2 weeks, and I think it was October, she had only passed away in September. November, I packed up all my crap, got an airline ticket, and jumped on a plane. I booked a hotel for 2 months in Kamala, a little service apartment thing. They gave me a good deal. And then I started looking for a place, rented a 1-bedroom. And then from there, I ended up meeting my wife, which, do I miss the beach? Yeah, I really like the water, man. She knows it too. But, I'm going to go visit teacher. And I just bought that Air Asia pass, the $35.99. I bought that last year, and it was the best thing since sliced bread. I could go anywhere I wanted. It cost me, 500 baht to fly from here to Bangkok, from Bangkok to wherever I wanted to go and back. It cost like 500, 1,000 baht, $30 or something. So it's just ridiculous. So now that's good until December. Like I said, I have to give it 14 days advance, but get back on rambling. I would definitely, if it was me and somebody's asking me for advice, I would have already secured my 14 days, whatever I needed to do to get here and start living, the life that I could have lived on my retirement in the United States would have been okay, because I was in a position. I have a house, I have a bunch of stuff, but is it even compared to the life that I'm living here in Thailand? No way. Thailand, I will die in Thailand. There's no doubt. Of course, my wife wants it to be when I'm 100, but I don't know about that. But let me see what everybody else has to say. I'm kind of excited that Dan is good. Hello, Andy. Yeah, well, that's what I'm on too. I don't know if I told you that. I have a retirement from the Operating Engineers Union. I did 7 years in there before I went on Social Security Disability. So I'm on Social Security Disability now. I have an AFLAC type account. Plus I have that, those two incomes, and then I'll have a third. But I don't know. I guess maybe it's a little daunting. I didn't blink an eye. Maybe it was the state of mind I was in. My wife had just passed away. Maybe I just wanted to get away. But once I got here, I want to say my blood pressure probably went down 30, 40 points. I was eating a lot better food. It's just the state of mind that I was in wasn't the greatest in the world. But, I got to go get up in the morning. I'm an early riser. I get up at 5, so I could get up, watch the sunrise at the beach, kind of what Teacher does every morning or most mornings. He's probably a happy camper right now. He sounded so freaking depressed. I felt for him big time. Let me see. Okay. Your vaccine on the 25th. Yeah, that's one thing I've got to find out about too. According to what my understanding is, it's going to be for sale for me through my doctor. I'll verify this with my doctor. I heard that the price is going to be about 3,500 baht, which is what, $100, 110, something like that. And I've got to get that under control, because Thailand and everybody else in this world, they need to open up, man. Thailand especially, they've had the least amount of deaths, I think, and they obviously know what they're doing. I think it's the lifestyle they lead too. The stuff they eat, the antibodies and stuff that they have in their body, they're just resilient. All in Southeast Asia, not just Thailand. Again, my personal opinion, but yeah, I think once everybody gets the vaccine, or they at least get the vaccine, and other countries accept the fact that yes, it's going to work, they're going to start letting people, I think, come in without the quarantine. That's my personal opinion, and I think it might happen this year. A lot of people are saying it's not going to happen until 2022. I think it's going to be. I'm hoping September. I'm actually hoping before then, but I think August, September is a realistic maybe. But yeah, so I think you're right there on the like I said, it all depends on what you want to do, Jeff, as far as where you want to live, how much you want to spend. But I think that amount that you're talking about, the 75 to 80,000 baht, I think you hit the mark perfectly. Like I said, if I was 35 or 30 years old and came here and wanted to go to Pattaya or something like that, I'd probably spend that a month on just trying to chase women. I was that kind of person when I was 30 years old. But, the way that I am, I have a beer and go there. I had money to travel. When I was in Kamala, I planned two 4-day trips every month that I was there. And I went to 4- and 5-star hotels, and I had enough money to do that. Now, I kept it close enough to where I could get to Komak, a lot of places in Phuket, but I could get there on my scooter. So I'd load it up, go on a 4-day trip, just me, and kick back. Some of the earlier videos that I put on were some of the hotels and the places that I stayed. Let me look again and see if I'm getting behind. There's only 5 people. I can't get too far behind. Today, I'm going to call tomorrow to make an appointment. Okay, Mitch. That's cool. Yeah, I know. I heard something on the news today, and I don't know if that is true or not, but I heard that one of those, Pfizer or the other, Medina, how do you say it? I don't know how you say it. We're going to partner with Johnson & Johnson and start producing Johnson & Johnson's vaccine also. So they should be getting out, and I don't know what they said, an extra 4 million a week if they do that. And that's all hearsay. I don't know for sure. Time to get going. How's it going? How are you? No, you know what it is too, and I mean, I are there good and bad women? Yeah, they're all over the world. I met a whole crap load of them in the United States. Um, do I think that here in Isan are some of the best women in the world? Yeah, I do. Um, could you get burned if yeah, most definitely. Could I get burned in the United States? I did 4 times or 3 times anyway. But it could happen anywhere. But the women that I've met, all the friends of my wives, that are hardworking Thai women here in the 38 to 45 age bracket, were just amazing women, good looking women, had made their own money, just looking for some reason they want white boys from, they want Farangs. But I think that I've talked to my wife about it a couple of times, and I think what it is, it's like me. Did I run around? I mean, I was on my bike. I was going bar to bar. I mean, I was living the life when I was young, and but as a 55, 60-year-old man, um, I think that that's what the Thai women are looking for. At 50 years old, 55 years old, I know I was done. I mean, I didn't need to chase women. I didn't need to cheat on women. All I wanted was somebody that I could get along with, that I could wake up every morning and look at and go, yeah, I love this woman. This is great. My life is awesome. And it's that way again now. And it was for almost 30 years with my wife that had passed away. Now we have our up and downs, yes. I've been almost a year and a half, maybe longer, getting close to 2 years with my wife now. And have we had arguments? Yeah, but they're so minimal and far and few between. And I told her from I'm the kind of person now, okay, not when I was younger, now that we can sit and talk something out, and once we get it talked out, I'm done. I'm over it. We've moved on. It'll never be brought up again. And the women in the United States throughout my whole life could never do that. They, girlfriends and even my wife. 8 years ago on a Tuesday morning, you were a real shithead. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't remember. But they can remember everything. The Thai women, I can tell when my wife is getting mad, they just absolute quiet. Boom. She won't say anything. She won't argue with me. She won't nothing. And then 10 minutes later, I'm fine. And then it takes me about the rest of the day to tell her, I was an idiot, and because I still have a problem thinking about what's going to come out of my mouth before it comes out of my mouth. And my previous wife, for the last 5 years, and then almost 2 years with this, they have taught me that, you better think about what you're going to say, and especially being here in Thailand. So I have learned and I have gotten better, but I'd say 98% of the arguments that we've gotten, and not many, I want to say 5 or 6 in almost 2 years, were my fault. Bottom line, So she knows I'm trying, and I'm saying, I'm also a 64-year-old man that's been, set in his ways for a long time. So I think I'm doing good. Whether she believes that, I think she does. But the women in Isan are some of the best that I've ever ran into in the world. Let's see what I'm missing here. Everybody rapping to each other. Cool. Time to get going. And you didn't get notified, huh? That's weird. Everybody get notified? Good morning, Robert Mack. Thanks for the input and stuff. Yours was my number one input. You gave me about 20 of them, and they were all good. So, hey, Stuck. Who else? Everybody's just saying hello to each other. Okay, cool. Here, so everybody's saying hello and listening to me ramble. Is that the bottom line? So to get back to the original thing for Jeff is, pal, I would get here as soon as you possibly can. I tell all my friends, my family that can are thinking about it. You know, my whole life I didn't run into anything like I ran into a year ago. I'd never been that close to death. I thought I was invincible. You know, come to find out, I'm not. I think that human life is some of the most fragile life on the planet, you know, and that's why my wife gets on me about the scooter and stuff. But I got to have wind in my face. I mean, it's just, I've been that way forever. I just try to keep it to a minimum. You know, I don't want her to freak out completely. But, you know, man, like I put on my videos, you know, you need to start living today, not tomorrow. You could be dead tomorrow. I could be dead tomorrow. And Thailand, as far as I'm concerned, is the place to be as far as how far you can get along on the money that you have. I think that pretty much anybody that's on Social Security, besides somebody that's getting like $200 a month or something, but if you're up in that $1,000, $1,200, $1,400, $1,600, you can do it. Would I do it? Yes, I would do it if I could live in Thailand. I don't need everything that I have. Do I want everything that I have? Yeah, I'm kind of a selfish person that way. You know, I like having the money. I like to be able to travel, you know, and stuff. But could I live a very good life on my Social Security? Yeah, you bet. Not a doubt in my mind. Not a doubt in my mind. Let's see if I need to catch up, or is everybody just talking to each other? Yeah, definitely, Mitch. You know, I haven't been completely 100% truthful there, but the times that I was close, and we can rap about that too, was when I thought I was invincible. You know, and we can rap about that. But this one, when I was just laying in that bed, not being able to move, was how fragile life is. You know, and that was when it really dawned on me, and that's why I'm happy to have my wife, happy to have my life, and am a firm believer in let's start living now. Let's live our life to the fullest right now. Like I say, live life to the max, you know, and have a good time. Let's see, what am I missing? You got notified, huh, Robert? I don't know why you didn't get notified. You had a close call too. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's just so easy. I mean, it's not a. I'm a big guy, you know. I thought, like I said, I thought nothing could really hurt me. Hell, I could fall down and break my hip. You know, I'm just getting to that realization that no, I'm not Superman, and I could get hurt easily, you know, just by falling if I fall the wrong way. So I try to keep that into, but I don't let it restrict the way I want to live my life, and that's the hardest thing that I have. Telling my wife, you know, and having her understand, well, why do you want to push, you know, you get hit on that scooter, you're probably going to die. And yeah, but you know, to sit home and always worry about it, I can't do that either. You know, I've got to live. I got to live. Am I going to be absolute live on the edge and crazy and that? No, not going to do that. But I am going to enjoy it. I really like. I like that scooter that I got, that 300, that what is it, SYM? It's a Taiwanese. I never thought I'd own anything Taiwanese, and I'm really impressed with the scooter. I got to get a back box for it, and then I'll do some short trips. I won't push it, you know. But when I was in Phuket, I went to Koh Lak. I went to Krabi. Krabi was a 5-6 hour ride, I think. Koh Lak wasn't that bad. Koh Lak's beautiful, by the way. So I guess if I came here with the intention of wanting to find a person to spend my life with, I would come to Isan. If I wanted to just go and relax and have a good time, I'd probably go to Phuket, Rayong, someplace, excuse me, Hua Hin, close to the water, um, and enjoy myself. In fact, if I had to suggest it to somebody, I would say, just book 2 weeks, a month, or something. It's kind of hard to do when you've got to do 14 days and then enjoy your vacation. But once you're here for 2 weeks, I know after 2 weeks, I had a pretty good idea that this is where I wanted to be. Um, but check again, make sure everybody's talking to each other. Hey, Az. What did I miss? Nothing? I don't think I missed anything. If I missed something, repost it. But I don't think I did. So yeah, anybody that wants to come, I say if you can do it now. Um, don't wait. Don't put it off. Just do it. Let's see. Anybody, real quick, did they said that Dan was okay? Was he hurt? Did he get hit by a car? Should I just watch a teacher's video after I get done rambling? I can do that too. Hello, Dave. Similar boat. My wife is a little bit younger. Yeah, you are in Sacramento, Rabbit. My house, I don't know if you know, is Bass Lake, Central California. It's up above Fresno. But yeah, I mean the Thai women, they're non-confrontational. The only thing that every one of them that I've met is jealous. And like I said, my wife, every once in a while she'll say something. Are you good? I'm going. I still have that one mirror in the bathroom, and I look at myself and what would I do with anything else? What am I going to do? Go chase a 25-year-old? Please, she'd kill me. And if the girl didn't kill me, my wife would kill me. So let's see, stuck. My screen time was down 30%. I got it. I never get notified. Do you? I got to check out Stuck's deal. I know I've got to be subscribed. I have to look. Let's see. As hello. My perfect location near a big city, near the beach, and a rainforest. Well, I really liked Andy. I really liked Rayon's really nice. After that, I would have to say Camelot. I really liked it there. Like I said, it's a lot more expensive to live, but still not out in left field or anything. I mean, it's still well manageable for a reasonable amount of money. So Dan looks very nervous, huh? Huh. Love the mountains, but I know mine. My time for climbing ended about 20 years ago. So, but there are some nice mountains you can visit. Go and just take off, go for a day, stay the hotels and stuff. And right now is like wide open as far as to be able to be here, be an expat, or be in Thailand. I mean, you're paying like 1/5 of the price. I mean, go to a 5-star hotel and all the amenities and breakfast and the one of their better rooms that you would pay, I don't know, $600 for in the United States. You can get for $75 a night, maybe less. You can stay in a very nice 4-star hotel for half that. So I don't know. It's definitely the time to travel inside of Thailand if you're here. But let's see. There are some nice mountains. I never was much of a mountain climber. Yeah, exactly, Mitch. It's what I would be too. Uh, yeah, when I came here, I was depressed, obviously mourning, uh, but I knew that coming here, I knew that eventually I wanted to just find, if I could just find a woman close to my age, even that just wanted to have a good time and I could get along with, talk to, and just have a reasonable existence. But it never once dawned on me that I want to go uh, try to run down a 20, 25-year old and, find a bar girl or anything like that. It wasn't what I wanted. Do I think what they do? Hey, they do what they got to do to survive. But wasn't what I was looking for. I found exactly what I was looking for. I could not have scripted a better woman if I had 10 years to write down on paper what I wanted. Uh, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. What's really weird is that it's she's only jealous. She doesn't drink much. Neither one of us do. I did when I was younger, but we don't now. And like I said, I haven't been intoxicated maybe twice in 20 years. And but like when we went to Koh Chang, that Serenity place, we got a bunch of the little wine coolers, just something to sip on. Well, she could get drunk on one bottle, one bottle. And so we drank there. And when she just, has one or two, a glass of beer, a bottle of the little bottle of wine cooler, she just gets jealous as heck. In sober and in normal life, no, she never does. But most of the Thai women that I have met are jealous. They think everybody's gonna mess around on them. I don't know if I answered or finished that question earlier about why they like 50, 55-year-old men. And I don't know if I answered it or not. I'm old. Sometimes I forget. Anyway, uh, the they I think most of the men that I know anyway that are good men. Sure, there's bad men, but they they're looking for to settle down. They don't want to go out and stay at bars until 2 o'clock in the morning and drink and party and like a 20 or 25-year-old would want to do. And they don't want to run around with 20 women if the woman that they're with they care about and getting everything that they need from that woman. There's no reason to. And I think that's the main reason that the Thai women gravitate towards an older man and a Farang. But it's nice to my relationship with my wife for the 30 years I was with her. We uh, made the relationship so much better because we trusted each other 100%, and that's the way this relationship is now. I trust her completely. Let's see. I'm looking forward to meeting you and Jai too. Hopefully you're going to be here soon. I'm going to get to meet a lot of people, which is kind of cool because even doing this, I don't have the most subscribers in the world. I am having fun doing it. I'm enjoying all the people that watch me. But I'm gonna enjoy when everybody ends up getting to come here to hang out for a while, and I'll go anywhere. Even if you don't come to Sharon, I'll come to you, especially with my airline tickets. Let's see. No, I don't have anything against bar girls either, but it wasn't what I wanted, Jeff. Yes. Yeah, that could be too, Robert. I'm sure that doesn't hurt anything, even though my wife says she wants me to live to be 100. She would definitely be in good shape whether I live or die. So probably maybe better if I die. But I got to check out too. Maybe you guys know. I'm under the understanding that, and I'm going to check directly with Social Security, but the stuff that I've read online states that yes, my Thai wife, can get my Social Security if we both live together in the United States for 10 years. Otherwise, she cannot get it. If anybody knows that to be 100% true, or where I would go to find it, the stuff on the internet and the people that I've talked to, that is my understanding right now. My pension, I just got off the phone with them the other night, and I can take a reduced rate on my pension. And then when I pass, she will get a reduced amount, which is equal to more than what she makes working for the rest of her life, which is kind of cool. Better to do that than to let it just go when I'm dead. uh, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys too. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. But yeah, and yeah, like I said, Jeff, I just can't see any problem. Like I said, if you could, I don't know your situation, but if you can take off for even a month, or I did it in 2 weeks. But if somebody asked me how long should I stay there to figure out what I would say 6 months. But a good couple of months, I think you've got a pretty good grasp on what you're going to spend each month, what kind of a place you want to live in, what kind of a lifestyle you want to live in, or live. I would think in a month or two you'd have a pretty good grasp on that. Only took me 2 weeks. I said, okay, I'm out of here. I went back, booked the flight, packed my stuff, and I was back here 2 weeks after 2 weeks after I left for the 2 weeks that I was here. So yeah, I would think from what I got here and what I was living on probably 50, actually less than that. You can get a condo less than the 18,000 that I thought. But anyway, with 18,000, 20,000 for food, 2,000 for electricity, 500 for water, and 1,000 for your phone and your internet. And then you maybe got you got gas and a scooter. I would definitely bring over enough money to buy a good, you could buy 2-3-year-old scooter, low kilometers on it. I bought my PCX that way and I loved it. If I had to suggest a bike, I would suggest the PCX every day of the week. Great all around scooter. And then you're at 50,000. So, you got plenty of money for savings. And, I put away quite a bit here and put away money at home too. Try to. This house seems to, take a lot of time, and I don't have a bunch to throw into it, but what I have, I do. So, but yeah, and the house, like I said, is coming along. I'm going to go over there. I don't even know what time it is now. What time is it? Well, 11 o'clock my time. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know everybody's situation, and even I don't, I don't know what everybody can or can't do. Jeff, it sounds like you're pretty well to pull the pin and make a move and do stuff. And I know there's a lot of people that want to, and because of everything that's going on, they can't, or they're in a position where they just can't do it. But I think that once all this is over, I'm hoping sometime during this year, 2021, it's going to open up. Like I said, I'm hoping September, October even. I still haven't been back. If I wait till October to be able to go back, it'll be 2 years since I've been back to the U.S. So, and I'm kind of jonesing to see my friends, my grandkids, my son, my mom, all my friends, and that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to take her. She's going to try to get a month off. We're going to try to take at least 3 weeks, and because everybody in the United States, of course, wants to meet her, all my family and friends. And then we're going to have a big, so whoever's here, hopefully I'm going to be able to move into the house on June or July. We're going to have a big party for both the house and our wedding in the first week of October. And I'll announce it. And whoever wants to come. We're going to have plenty of plenty of food, and it'll be a big giant party. So October will be the housewarming, blessing, whatever, and our wedding. We'll have the monk there and do the whole traditional thing, and then in June or July, I'm hoping we'll be in there. So the house should be pretty much done by October is what I'm hoping. Is that we'll have all the landscaping, everything will be nice. Of course, we'll get all the tents and make it comfortable, and fans and stuff like that, so that everybody's semi comfortable. But I'm telling y'all right now, if you're here, hit me up, and I'd be more than happy to have you come and check it out firsthand. Would be my pleasure. Let's see. Am I missing anything, or are we just talking to each other? Yeah, I hope so, Robert. I hope you can come. Wow. When are you planning on coming back, Stuck? You bet, Andy. There's going to be a bunch of people there. I think all of Thailand is pretty much related to one another. They're all brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. It's going to be it'll be a fun party. Like I said before, the Thai people definitely know how to have a good time. They don't push the limits, or, they don't get out of hand or crazy, but smile on every one of their faces, and dance and sing and eat and drinking. But they definitely know how to have a good time. Since 2012, huh, Jeff? Did you come to Thailand quite a bit? Are you familiar with a lot of the areas, or just come on one vacation and just liked it? Hello, love you all. First time I've seen you, I think. How are you? Welcome. If anybody has any questions, feel free. But I think, like I said, the bottom line is, unless you only have $500 a month income, I think you can find a life here in Thailand. I know somebody that's doing it right now. I know 2 or 3 people that are, I want to say 1,400, 1,500 a month, and they're doing it. Like I said, you're going to party every night now. You're going to, drink until your heart's content? No. But could you have a good life? Yeah, you bet. Not a doubt. Not a doubt. Hello, York. Got new people. How you doing, Chris? How you doing, Brock? Cool. Then more people. I think it was just a supposed to be just a quick live stream to maybe go over some cost of living. Jeff was asking some questions about what. Now Teacher Thomas is live now. It's telling me. I'm going to go live on my other phone. I'm curious as heck on what he's got going. Let me tell him hello. Hello. Ads jumped over. Oh, you guys are still on here. What, did everybody got a phone and a computer and another phone like me? What kind of I can't turn my phone on because it'll probably backfeed through this thing, but somebody who's watched it is Dan okay? Somebody said he was a little skittish. Did they find out what happened to him? Did somebody bring him home? What does anybody know exactly what happened? I am looking at his live feed here. Can you see that? But I don't want to turn the sound on. But let me see what I'm going to pick up. There you go. That's a nice bike. Nice bike. I'm looking forward to riding around with you, Mitch. I'm going to get something. I don't know exactly what I'm going to get. I'd like to actually bring. I have a 2000 and what is it? 2003 Triumph Tiger 955i, I think it is. Not the best dual purpose type bike because it's a little tall, high center of gravity, but just for cruising wise, I really liked it. I had fun. I've got that sitting in my garage. I don't know what they'd charge me to import it, but I was thinking about bringing that. I also have a Harley there too. So, but I know that they'll want to really rate me on the Harley anyway. Yeah, York, I would suggest to anybody to rent, especially now. It's so cheap, and it depends. I mean, if you're a 30-year-old guy and you want to, have something and buy something, you can buy a condo and own it. What my understanding is, but I don't know. They have such great deals on things. My original plan was to come with my wife that passed away. We're going to go to different countries each year. We're going to go to Thailand, try to spend at least 3 to 6 months. I was going to get rid of the motorhome I had, buy a big diesel pusher, and we were, for the rest of the time when we were in the United States, just travel. Then go to maybe Costa Rica, maybe Panama, maybe, different countries and check it out and see what it was all about. But that didn't work out. And I got no complaints about, the way things are now. I've got it pretty good, actually, from what I think. I see teachers talking. 300 to 600, so you can't afford 2 bikes. Yeah, I don't know, man. That 300 scooter or the new Forza, God, they got plenty of power. And if you're lazy like me, I mean, I've been shifting stuff since I was, 10 years old. It sure is nice just twisting that thing and going. And it's got plenty of power for me. Get you out of. You got enough power to get you out of trouble if you need to. Import a bike. Yeah, I know. That's what I heard too, Brock. It'll probably just sit there. I'll probably end up selling it or giving it to my kid or something. But it was a good. I used it for motorcycle camping. I've got all my camping gear there. I got all the state of the art crap, tent and chairs and everything fit on my bike. 2 different stoves. I had everything. Really kind of cool. But when my wife passed away, I was done with everything there. I needed to get away, and being here is the best thing I ever did. A 600, yeah. There's a lot of nice bikes, depending on what you want to do with them. Stuck. Me, I just want to be able to pack enough stuff on whatever I've got, and have a comfortable ride. I'm not going to push stuff. I'm too old now. But the ride that I took from Phuket to Krabi, I think it was 4 or 5 hours. I could handle that. Stopped quite a bit. It was hot at that time of year. And I just made sure I drank plenty of water, stopped when I wanted to stop. I'm not in any rush with differences to make. But, I don't think I'd drive more than 3-4 hours a day. So, because I got all the time in the world. If I want to go someplace and it's going to take me 3 days to get there, who cares? 3 days to get there, I'll have video to show everybody. But, it's that's all I care about. Something comfortable and to be able to have enough stuff on my bike or scooter to hold my clothes and that type of stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's what my wife's from Surin. She asks me all the time, "You miss the water?" Yeah, I miss the water, but this is where my wife is, so that's more important to me than water. Besides the fact, like I said, with this pass and the way that the bus system is, I could go right into Surin, jump on a bus and go straight to Rayong, spend 3-4 days over there eating teachers' food. And I'm still drooling over a lot of that biscuits and gravy and stuff that I don't need. But I can go to the beach if I want to, I guess is what I'm saying. And I don't, when we got married, I told her that, I might take off and go. I'm jonesing to go to the beach. I'm going to go to the beach. But I thought I was going to just run amok. And the couple of times that I did it last year, I figured like 7, 8, 9 day trips. And after 3-4 days max, I wanted my wife. I wanted to be back home. So what I'll do now is little 3-day, 4-day things, just to go see the water, meet some people. I definitely want to get to Rayong and check that out. That's for sure. Yeah, a lot of the people can't wait to get back here. It sucks. Yeah, it's I don't know. My wife being would always get nervous every time I went in. And when I would get out on the open highway, I had no problem. I felt perfectly safe. And I did most of my traveling on that PCX, the 150. I had a back box on that. It fit all my stuff under the seat. I was fine for 3, 4, 5 days. But out there, I felt comfortable. I never rode in any Pattaya, Bangkok, anything like that. Wouldn't want to. But that looked, if you want to die, I would definitely jump on a scooter and start riding around those places. I'm a super defensive driver, have been all my life in California. I got my eyes in 20 different directions watching everything that's going on around me. I've always been that way. I've always ran straight pipes on my pan head, on most all my bikes, loud pipes, and they saved my butt 50 times. People moving over in the lanes just grab the clutch and hit the throttle and rattle their windows, and boom, they just moved right back over. Like I said, saved my life 50 times easily. Had a couple of funny stories because I had straight pipes on my pan head, and I got pulled over, and of course they wrote me a ticket for loud pipes. So what I did was, it had a screw underneath, and I packed it full of steel wool, and then put a screw up in there to hold the steel wool in, and then went to the highway patrol and the cops or whatever it was, sheriffs back then. And so he goes, started and boom, 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 boom. He's going, now wrap it up, round, vroom, vroom, vroom. And boy, he grabbed that throttle and just twisted it and blew that freaking steel wool down the street. And all he did was laugh, shut it off, signed it off, and let me go. That was in a different era, different time. What was it? If I had my pan head, I was probably 19, 20 years old, maybe 21. I might have been 21. It was a long time ago. Am I missing anything, guys? Yeah, I mean, I really liked, if I had my choice, if it wasn't Rayong, I probably would be at Pachuap Currycon. I really, depends again on what level of lifestyle you want to live. Pachuap's real nice, slow and easy. I guess Rayong is to a certain extent too, but I like both those areas too, Jeff. They're awesome areas. There's so many places like that here. Yeah, you got to be real defensive. And I just, do I consider myself a good to excellent rider? Yes. But I don't know. I mean, I know that my reflexes and stuff has slowed down from when I was 30 years old. I'm 64. That I don't really. Now, when I first got here, I didn't really care whether I lived, died, or didn't matter. I didn't want to die or whatever, but it didn't. If I did, it was time to go. I've got a different look on life now. I want to live for as long as I can. But, so I lived a little bit more on the edge then. But now I ride my scooter a lot more defensively. But if I had to, I'm sure that I could, not die in Pattaya or Bangkok. But I don't see any reason to. I fly into Bangkok most of the time to either go see the kids in their private school there, or it's just a hub to take off to go to Hua Hin or to Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai, any other place. So I may be there for one night if I can't schedule the flights one after another, which it's harder to do now because they're canceling one flight and then putting two together to make one. You understand what I'm saying? So it makes it a little tougher. So usually last year what I did was I would get a hotel for a night in Bangkok and then get my flight out to wherever I was going and do the same on the return trip. So it worked out pretty good. I remember. Yeah. That's where, the hot rods and stuff, you got to remember, we probably grew up in the same era. In the Valley, we had Keith Black. We had Don Perdome was right up the street. McEwen, Sizzler. I knew the owners of a bunch of Sizzlers there. He sponsored McEwen and stuff. So I was around a lot of hot rodders and stuff. So yeah, that's probably where I picked it up at. But it was pretty funny. The cop thought it was absolutely hilarious, which I don't know if they would or not these days. So he's more skittish now than he was before. And how did he get home? Anybody know? I'll watch the video after this. It's not that big a deal. I only have 10% battery left on my phone anyway. Plus, this helps me with all the the watch time. I think my watch time was almost nothing. Now it's like 400 hours almost or something, which is unbelievable to me. It's like, wow. But I'm really enjoying myself doing this stuff. You guys are great. I'm really having a good time. It breaks up my day, and if I go and do more and more videos, the better I'll get at it, and the more time it will take and give me something to do. Like I said before, I want to get into. We had talked about doing the ice cream for the schools and a lot of that stuff, food and stuff like that. So we'll get into that too. I'll film a bunch of that stuff also, and we'll see. My girlfriend lived next. Oh, really? In Granada Hills back in the 70s. Yeah. It was really weird because he was best friends with. I was doing obviously air conditioning, HVAC, a lot of restaurant stuff, and there was one guy that had 25 Sizzlers or something, and him and Perdome he was always over at his office. I met Perdome numerous times, and him and Perdome were actually closer than he was with McEwen, but he sponsored McEwen. Yeah, it was quite an error to grow up in, wasn't it, Robert? I mean, I can't think of anything better. I mean, they can write all they want about American graffiti and what it was all about, but boy, if I had somebody sit down and write a book about my life between when I was 18 and 25, it would be a bestseller, that's for sure. Had a lot of fun in the San Fernando Valley, man. Did we live life on the edge? Yeah, probably too much so, but we had a bunch of fun. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It seems like an unreachable figure. You jumped up. I think we both started posting videos, but you just started posting them. You got over 1,000 subs now, right? You're doing great. I'm chugging along. I'm trying to do more and more videos. The live streams are helping. I never thought. I don't like really looking at myself on doing these, but I'm getting used to it. So I guess that's good. And that's what Joe told me in the beginning when I said I should do them. He said, "You'll get used to it. You'll get better and better." And it's true. I'm trying to. Bob Bryant. I don't know. I didn't know too much about any of his mechanics or anything. just knew him, not knew him, you know, hello, how are you? He knew who I was. But that was a whole different era then. I want to say it was late 70s, early 80s, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You know, it was not a good time. It was a great time. I shouldn't say that. But living life on the edge, it could have went either way for me. You would have never, guys would have never. Yeah, Pink, Ed Pink too. Yeah, you bet. In fact, Robert, one of my good friends that got me and my son into go-kart racing. He lives up in Redding, and his son races midgets and stuff. And actually, I don't know if you know this, but Ed Pink is building four-cylinder midgets. So I don't know, just a little fact. I was surprised too when they pulled up the cover on the guy that was next to him in a pit box, and it said Ed Pink on the motor. Thought that was interesting. I don't know if he still is or not. Anyway. What's this strike against? Well, what do they do? I know nothing about strikes and what I'm doing wrong and whether what it means to be monetized. I just now starting to read into the stuff, but oh, time to sleep. All right. Hey, you bet, Jeff. And anything that I can answer, I put you my email address in that one deal. If you got any questions that you want to ask personally or whatever, and don't want on the air or whatever you want, any of you guys, my email's in there. It's koidoctor1 at gmail.com. KOIDR1 at gmail.com. I met Don Garlett's too, museum in Montgomery, Florida. Wow. So what am I missing here? What did Az get? Whatever, his hand slapped or his channel in jeopardy for? I guess I could look at it later and look back. Pointed out I didn't violate their terms. Huh. Yeah, I wish I knew more about all this stuff and what you can or can't do. I know that some of the times when I do my videos, somebody told me the music and stuff that's playing, they could whatever, not use it as time or something. I don't know. Yeah, we all looks like most of us grew. I looked at